Hi, this is Jeff Dixon again, birdie maker on Archery Talk. I'm here with my good friend Todd Ray, whose 50th birthday is today.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be shooting the gel block testing round 3, I guess. And we're going to be shooting into 4 independent 4-inch gel blocks. We're going to try and put 2 arrows into each gel block. We have 8 different broadheads to test today. I'll be shooting the same MR5 set to 70.2 pounds. These arrows have all been weighed. The pictures are posted in the thread. They're all between 450 point X grains and 456 grains, which I think is the heaviest. It's just as close as I could build them to.
Yep.
With different types of broadheads. We're going to be shooting from 25 yards away. Camera's going to swing around to show you the shooting line. I have a picture of the testing setup online that I posted that's a static pic. I'm not going to talk a whole lot today, but let the arrows and the broadheads do most of the talking.
Based off of previous testing, Jeff will be using the VAP arrows. This particular broadhead is the German Kinetic 125 grain. Total arrow and broadhead weight 456 grain. Wow. Dude, that arrow right there.
Wow.
Is the arrow.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to film the back of the gel, right? We mentioned the Ramcat's been shot twice.
Now it deflected down a little bit.
A little bit.
Still, I mean, who cares if it deflects a little when it goes in damn ammo?
Yeah, this one definitely piggybacked. Hi guys, we've got, finally after I had to shoot the Ramcat twice, we've got all 8 arrows in the gel. The fathead, while I was shooting at this block down here, actually rode a little high. It looks like it might have piggybacked one of the Magnus head holes. And here's kind of the back of the gel. As you can see, the fathead really either performed great or piggybacked that hole. One of the heads that really did well, I think, is that Exodus head. Even though it's only 100 grains, one, it just barely missed the heart that I was aiming at here, and it flew pretty straight through the gel all the way out, and is a little bit farther out than the, trying to get it parallel, guys, a little bit further out than the Rage Titanium. Boy, the Rage did better this time with a titanium head, and then the shaft you see above it is that fathead again. So just noticing on the Rage Titanium though, if you look at the blades, boy, this blade is broken. As you can see, this one's a lot longer than this one is. Oh no, it's not, sorry. It just was tucked in, so it didn't break. It broke in the middle and it bulged. That's what it did. That's why it looks so different. And anyways, we're going to extract these out of the gel now, guys, and take a look at what the head conditions are. Hey guys, we're going to do a little bit of wound channel evaluation. This is the top block that absorbed the German Kinetic and the Griz Trick. So both broadheads made their advertised entry holes. The Griz Trick, similar to what the Muzzy did in the last test, for whatever reason seemed to enter straight. As you can see, the wound channel is very straight into hitting the tile, and then it dove down at a steep angle. The German Kinetic hit the top of the tile, went through the tile, and maintained a wound channel all the way through the gel, leaving an exit hole, again the same size as the entry hole. So it traveled straight, left its advertised wound channel. The Griz Trick dove down and exited the gel low. This is the tile that absorbed the Ramcat and the Rage. Okay, so I had to shoot the Ramcat twice. Sorry about that, guys, but you know, I missed. The Rage is interesting. Once again, while the head survived and it did penetrate well, You can see the O-ring from the rage wound channel. You can see it also kind of dove when it hit the tile. As a matter of fact, you can see the O-ring in it. And you can see what we were talking about the last test, where the rage seems to make a massive entry hole when it opens all the way up. But the wound channel, when it hits a bone, gets progressively smaller. This really shows it well from what we were trying to capture the last time. This is the Ramcat. You can see those blades really slice the gel good. It also dove down a little bit. I'm not sure what the characteristic is of the tile that's making these broadheads dive down, but it seems like more than just one are doing it. But the broadhead really cut well, and you know, again, kind of the advertised entry holes. This is the tile that saw probably the most use, unintentionally, but it absorbed the Magnus Stinger, the Magnus Buzzcut, and then the Phathead also hit this tile. Again, all three broadheads seem to take a trajectory downward after encountering the tile. Some even exiting the block within 2 to 3 inches, some exiting the block a little bit later. But, you know, this one's a really strange entry, or it has a straight entry. All these have straight entries, but it just seems to dive after the tile. I'm not sure what's causing that, but you saw where they ended up. And then this tile is the tile that absorbed the Exodus. Had its advertised entry, almost a perfectly, I don't know if I'd call it perfectly, but you can see the other wound channel that you're seeing is from the block above it that had one of the Buzzcuts, the Stingers, and the Phathead in it. But this Exodus penetrated awesome, left the same advertised exit wound, and a really nice, clean wound channel. So I'm not going to try and draw any conclusions here, guys. I'm just giving you what I'm seeing. That's it for this testing on the gel blocks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm not trying to draw any conclusions here. I'll let you guys draw your own. I know that the Phathead definitely rode the wound channel of one of the Buzzcuts, so I'm going to shoot it again here real quick. We'll try and capture it. We'll call it part 2, and I'll see you guys in a second.
Jeff will now be reshooting the Phathead 125 grain with the VAP 350. Total grain weight, arrow and broadhead, 449.8 grams. As you can see with the Phathead 125 grain, the penetration is the greatest of all. He definitely hit the tile and buried the arrow all the way to the fletching. And as you can see on the back side, the arrow sticks out absolutely the farthest. Not satisfied with how all of these arrows seem to be breaking downward after going through the tile, we've taken the tile out of play, shooting directly through the center of the gel block. Again with a Phathead 125 grain VAP 354.
Hey guys, so this is the shot that we just took sideways through 3 gel blocks to see if it was some characteristic of the ballistic gel that was making the arrows dive, or if it was actually encountering the tile that made them dive. You know, you can see it probably best from the side, Todd. You know, if we kind of stack these up a little bit. I mean, it definitely travels a little bit downward, but not anywhere near the angles that we were seeing once these broadheads hit the tile. So, I don't know, maybe it's something in the tile and gel combination that's making them do that. I'm thinking about lubricating this arrow to see if it's something about grabbing. So I got some Woody's arrow glue, or arrow lube, that I'm going to put on the shaft, and I'm going to shoot it again sideways through the tile and see if that helps.
We don't want to know why you have the lube.